The teetering, dilapidated buildings of the Shroud welcome you once more as you find your companions ready for the journey ahead. Perhaps it's time for the Leviathan to meet a new cause of death. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orn, and we're back at it, taking out finishing school to get our run started in earnest, heading into the Shroud. Not a lot to say thus far. Just gotta get the wheels turning. There's our field hospital. There's a second field hospital. Oh man. Well, that's unfortunate. Looks like we kind of need to go to this one if I want to hit a field hospital, because we do want to fight the lair. So, geez, 2 wheels. What a charge. What a charge. All right, so everyone wants to go to the resistance encounter. But if we go to the resistance encounter, we miss any chance of a field hospital. And we do have enough to get rid of blundering, so... yeah, I think we go to the academic study.
Familiar kingdom, a stranger to itself.
Not a lot to say there, other than just like I would actually kind of like to go up here. If this was a field hospital, I'd take that in a heartbeat. Just a bunch of good fights, but sadly, it just isn't meant to be. Quirk positive, and a random quirk or trinket and combat items. Both options. Both options appealing. Let's roll the quirks. Death Seeker, interesting. Okay, not really what we were looking, but it does get rid of Slugger, which isn't particularly useful in Paracelsus if you're not playing a surgeon.
Reliable information brings.
Which I want to keep the flexibility on, because I do like Alchemist. I think I actually might like Alchemist more than Surgeon in most cases, but Surgeon is just so practical a lot of the time. You end up with some very consistent output with it, so you just end up doing that. Alright, Watchtower, what do we got? Alright, a Hoarder. Oh, interesting. It's Broken Clock. Wow, look at, we could just hit like all the field hospitals in the game. No. This does kind of suck for Loathing, but I think we'll be okay in that regard. This formation will be kind of interesting against the Leviathan. We'll have to see how we do. So I do think blundering goes though. Let's just get rid of blundering, because it's just everything about it feels bad. None of this is super interesting. Could grab some bandages. Yeah, alright.
The odds of illness are high. Best to be prepared.
Sort of actively not as good when we have Bonnie, but we can't always be relying on Cauterize. So just having another source, not the worst thing in the world. So we're up to 2 loathing, but we'll hit the Oasis, and then it's basically just fights all the way to the end. Okay, that works for us. Alright, hang on. Who's got space? Yeah, you've got space. There we go. Yeah, and while we're heading into this Crusader fight, hopefully it's not... okay, it's not the Warlord, good. While we're heading into this, if you're enjoying these videos, why not leave the video a like? You know, comment if you want to say hey, and subscribe to stay connected, stay in the action. Let's go ahead and pop our light up a little bit. This is a long-running project for me. I'm planning to continue doing this for quite a long time. Trying to beat every named formation. Or more specifically, beat a... oh geez, I need to rearrange her skills. beat a named formation, or beat a confession with every named formation. This is the first run of finishing school. There's a few that we'll have to do again, a few runs where we unfortunately just didn't land the plane the first time, but we will keep endeavoring. You know what, actually, I'm just going to spend that. Alright, we are ticking this guy out slowly. Yeah, I'm realizing I'm not perfectly landing this formation right now. I mean, granted, this is like my first real fight with it, but I'm trying to... we're out of order. I need to get the orphan back, but I don't want to spend her, I don't necessarily want to spend 2 turns doing run and hide, which I actually literally can't. Now, granted, that's still 7 fire, so... Just keep swinging with the Hellion. You're just gone, so... Sadly struggling a bit with the direct damage, but that's okay. Ah, more bleeds.
But deadly all the same.
Extra relics, extra stuff.
This wound, at least, has been tended to. The slow suffering
Every bleed has landed. You know what? Let's just get rid of that. Doesn't matter. Continue to patch people up. And there we go. Probably took longer than it needed to, but I'm still figuring out how I want this formation to work. Disappointing loot. Yeah. Now first of all, let me fix this. There we go. Actually, probably pull off Indiscriminate Signs and put in Magnesium Rain for the moment. Do I need to have... I don't think I need to have Dragonfly selected. Because I do want to use Run and Hide. I really just need her to win initiative. 9 versus... Oh yeah, I'm having Audrey go first. Maybe that's the early play? Just lead off with Repartee. I'm going to put Repartee in because it doesn't say it requires stealth anymore, and I vaguely remember maybe there was a patch note that said that. Because maybe that's the answer, is I have Audrey first turn Repartee, and then subsequent turn she gets to do her thing. Well, okay. Kind of disappointed that Bonnie's unhappy, but we're not going to say no to mineral rich spring water. Let's just be real about that. Let's get that in. Definitely go into the lair. Definitely going to try against the Leviathan. Oh, there we go. Haven't had Stew Pot trigger yet, though, unfortunately. Okay, oh, so Repartee is usable from out of stealth, so you just get her dodge tokens going. Can actually just wicked hack for fun. Now we get to run and hide. Could also Firestarter there for the Plague Doctor to do her thing. But the Urchin's now dead, so that's good. And hopefully... No, we were hoping for a dodge there, but... Jeez!
Agony by accumulation.
Wasn't exactly what we were hoping for there.
A brilliant conclusion.
Don't necessarily want the Plague Doctor that far forward. Yeah, we're still not landing where I want to land. Let's get the damage. Let's get some damage going. This actually makes Surgeon a lot more appealing, come to think of it. You just have her end up in second rank. So maybe the answer is I just need to swap to Surgeon. Which I can do. I can just pay to swap the thing. Jeez. None of our dodge stuff working today. Well, let's keep collecting our money, I suppose.
These nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
I mean, sure. It's not my favorite, but it'll do. All right, so let's take a pause and think about this. Maybe I just need to accept Bonnie being in the third rank. Makes Orphan a little less good, but still not awful. Yeah. Well, is that right? That's not right either. We need to put in Pick to the face, because Audrey needs a way to deal extra damage here. I don't know. Still puzzling this out. Hope you all are going to enjoy the ride here, so try to puzzle my way into the best way to run this. I might be trying to force things that don't need to be, but... Because we do Shadow Fade. Just Iron Swan something. And we can actually get cute here, Firestarter. This is a silly little combo that comes up once in a while. Magnesium Rain with Firestarter. Just, you know, five burn off the cuff on everybody, potentially. Hey, our dodge tokens finally worked. There we go. That's what we were paying for. I think we're 1 in 6 on dodge tokens right now. Something like that. So now we run and hide. So you're, what, 13? Okay, so you're just gone. You're almost gone. Half my party is in stealth most of the fight, which is kind of interesting. Well, let's collect our loot. It's both of them dead and gone. Get our free 25-point critical heal.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Yeah. And I know in the comments section, if somebody sees it, they're gonna comment on it. So yes, you probably figured out the formation faster than me. I'm trying. Just gotta figure out. Can always just pick to the face. Yeah, and I kind of want to here. Yeah. This feels like a pick to the face scenario. Specifically because I really need to make sure this guy dies. And if I do this... he's dead. Okay, wonderful. See, alternatively, we do that.
A promising development.
Now, technically, we don't have to Shadow Fade at all. We just lock in here. I say technically, like, yeah, we just don't have to Shadow Fade anymore. Dead. Okay, good. But we also don't really have a compelling reason to... yeah, we don't really have a compelling reason to do much of anything here. We just kind of beat these guys down. They're both going to be dead here.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
There we go. That felt good. All right, what are we playing for? Let's see. Gnarly Knuckles, always decent. Pristine Lure, not super interesting. Card Bodkin. That actually does synergize with our Hellion. And Beck and Call. So we're not really dealing bleed, so Beck and Call is not super exciting. We could be dealing bleed. I could swap the Plague Doctor to Surgeon.
They must be made to see that their monstrous god is mortal.
And maybe I will. That actually is kind of intriguing. Ooh. Having a bunch of bleed resistances is not exactly what I was looking for in my life. Alright, we're just getting... Glad I saved that. Probably do need to make sure the hand is dying here. 7, so we do need to hit it one more time, it looks like. The Hellion can finish it off, though. Let's get the burn ticking. Oh, that was less good than we were hoping for. Uh-oh. Jeez. Thankfully, we ended up getting it done pretty quick. Poison Dart, yeah. We're not getting to attack out of stealth, though, so this still doesn't feel exactly right. We are out of... okay. Yeah, there's too many different considerations here. I do think I need to pull off Alchemist and go into Surgeon instead. I think that's part of the answer here. Because Cause of Death is usable from 3rd rank, so we do need to have... yeah, man. So many different pieces and parts here. Once again, let's make sure the hand is dying. We're off by 1, unfortunately. No, let's just make sure the hand's gone. Take advantage of that vulnerable, deal a little extra damage. Audrey's getting pretty low, but she's pretty good at being evasive when she needs to be. You know what's funny in all this? This guy's burn resistance is not the highest. Like, burn is not his highest resistance, but he has been tanking burn. Something fierce. Alright, now we're just in a race, though. We're just gonna try to finish off the guy. The hand doesn't matter anymore.
Relief comes rarely in these times. Savor it.
Iron Swan for the armor break. Plague Grenade for the second armor break. I'm dead. Somebody gets undertowed, but that was kind of going to happen.
We are the flame, burning brightly.
Yeah. I think as much as I want to play with Alchemist, I think we need to. If I have the relics for it, which I do, I'm gonna swap her over to Surgeon, because then we don't care if she ends up in positions 1 or 2. It sucks to lose out on the Blight, but we do have Audrey for Blight, and this would mean that we're generating every form of dot, which is very, appealing in a way. Here I think we definitely Shadow Fade. Let our 2 stealth characters be sneaky for a bit here.
The enemy weakens.
It's one of them down. Is that the play? I mean, part of it is that we need Bonnie to be going ahead of Audrey. Is part of the problem. Dead of Night for the heal and some extra money. Very appealing.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Oh, 17. Off by 1. Or we do that. And just make sure one of them is gone. So maybe we don't swap to Surgeon? Like, yeah, it's just this formation feels like there's a half step missing, and I'm not seeing the connection right now of how to get this to go the way I want it to. Because we want Audrey into position 2, we want the Hellion in position 1, and we want these 2 flipped. But I don't want to spend turns just moving. Alright, he's dead, so nothing else we need to do here.
Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
So maybe we leave Paracelsus as an alchemist and just have Audrey and Bonnie do some dancing? But then Bonnie really shouldn't be an orphan. That's the part of the problem is I think the orphan. Orphan is hard for me to get value out of right now. I'm getting some value out of it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not getting all the way. Fight with an advantage? Yeah, sure. His rings triggering pick to the face is something. Like, we are getting something out of that.
Lethality writ
Yep,
large.
there's the cabin boy gone again. Because this kind of feels like this is the position that we naturally end up in, and then we just swap these at some convenient point.
Malaise
Like here, in theory, we do this.
steady.
And then the surgeon comes online. But the thing is, the surgeon already doesn't want to be spending a whole turn doing that. Yeah, I just don't think the surgeon wants to be starting in the 4th rank, because she just doesn't do a lot that first round. Now, granted, the surgeon just moves on the first round. But here, the alchemist is just constantly effective. Yeah, the alchemist is just continually effective. I think that's gotta be... I think that's gotta be the answer. Oh, let's, pop that in. Nautical compass and, I mean, sure. Make her a bit tankier. Could also put that on Paracelsus. I don't think this anchoring charm needs to stay, though. But yeah, we just head into the cultist fight here. Up a loathing, down a loathing, hopefully. But this is bog standard cultist fight. Try a slightly different order here. Get that ticking. The altar of ambition.
Hold fast. For
Right, cauterize is usable from 4. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Stress gain's been a little bit absurd. We're gonna have to start thinking about raucous revelries here. I'm pretty sure the altar is gonna be dead anyway when I hit it with this. What, 12 off by 1? Almost. Off by 2 there. Oh, straight into flesh weaving? That's just rude. You're gone. You're definitely gone. I mean, cause of death just doesn't do anything here. We have to double hit him because, yeah. I think we do that. Flesh weaving is just kind of aggressively countering what we're doing, isn't it? Ow. Good lord, all this stress. There's the armor break. Oh, yeah. I'd like to cauterize here, but I need to do that. Just get her off the board. Because now we get to Raucous Revelry and heal a bunch of stress. Clear off our Winded. Cause of death him down to 1? Yeah, sure. That seems useful. Oh yeah, Nocturne Commune's wonderful here. And I would have preferred to farm all these corpses, but I don't think that's realistic here. I think we just end it.
The same.
We just end it. We could have stalled for the well, no, we couldn't stall for the cauterize without taking another crit, which I'm not really interested in doing. Buttressing band, all right. All right, so I've talked myself... Man, this has been a run of me talking myself into and out of things. I think I'm going to stick with Alchemist. That actually felt... That felt right once we got in there. And instead of... Like, the only wasted turn we have is really Bonnie's run and hide, which is not wasted. It's just not maximally doing stuff. But I think that feels right. Ah, look at all this invigorating stew we have. Wonderful. So yeah, apologies for my waffling. I know some folks may find that annoying. I just really just talking out loud here, trying to decide what the play here is. Ugh. Well, Torn Rotator Cuff doesn't really matter. Peacemaker's worth having. Torn Rotator Cuff doesn't really matter on a character that's mostly about burn anyway. There's our telescope reward. Where are we heading next?
Consider your position and plan accordingly.
Well, we're not doing Naked and Afraid. Fodor is pretty good. And we know we're in Oases, and we get a bunch of hoarders, and we get a pot and still. Yeah, we're going to the Fodor. That feels worth it on many levels.
And pestilence.
Let's see. Chance to produce poultices, food gear, extra food. I don't... Kind of would prefer that. Do that. I don't know that I want to slot in Beck and Call. I don't think these need to stay. You know what? We'll put it in.
Let them know it by our
Put it in just so we're not having to freaking carry it around. Or medical equipment. That's nice. I don't know that we need it, though. There's a lot of food available, which is kind of fun. But I do think we need to buy Calming Incense. Probably do need to buy the Pipeweed and these Meditative Totems, first of all. Let's do this. Greedy, Resolute, and Braggart. Darky, Thin-Blooded. Well, let's get rid of Resolute. Let's get rid of Darkly Curious. Pipeweed. Really don't mind if Audrey or Paracelsus go a little bit later. I do want you going into stealth, and you two are going to end up in the front most of the time. Squeamish is a little annoying. I do think we spend one... Yeah, we spend an Invigorating Stew because it's not free, but it's, you know... basically free. Neutralizing powders is actually useful in this zone.
Spend what you can, or wealth no longer has meaning. If indeed it ever did.
I'm tempted to just... Well, no, we're going to be seeing hoarders, so I don't necessarily want to buy a bunch of food. But we do want to fix the Bonnie relationship, it looks like. Yeah. Wow, our relationships have really been kind of neutral, haven't they? There we go. Because I believe that fixes any chance of a negative relationship. Yeah, it's 5-15. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Fooded up. Warded up. Buttressing band? Does that go somewhere? Yeah, alright. Buttressing band can go in. I don't think Pristine Lure is getting used. The only place it's potentially useful is here, and I don't think that's necessary. So I think that just goes... A Dark Impulse for stress resistance? Sure. Whatever. We only have 2 mastery points to spend. We have been using a lot of Dead of Night, but I kind of feel like we need to up our damage output just a tad. But I also really feel like we need to have Raucous Revelry. Actually, it doesn't really help that much, does it? I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like... I don't think that moves the needle either. Is it just something like improved Plague Grenade or improved Noxious Blast, maybe? I mean, we do need to hit Cause of Death at some point. So maybe this is the time we hit Cause of Death. Could hit Firestarter. Firestarter seems kind of fun. We haven't used it much. I mean, Smokescreen's a pretty good upgrade too.
The next stop is Leeds.
Yep, we get a wheel, so we're good. All right, that'll do it. I think that's I think that feels good. We are, yep, okay, good. And we do have, what is this, 6 food? We'll get more. But actually, we could just buy, it's pour 4, so I need to buy 2 more.
A bit of comfort.
There we go.
Road to damnation.
So now we're up to +3 speed. Or +2 speed? Yeah, it's 8, so +2 speed. Gotta go fast. All right, well, that'll do it. Thank you all. See you next time.